Most people think of sleep primarily as a way to rest their body, and they don't place an emphasis on the many other things that sleep does. One of sleep's most important jobs has nothing to do with muscle recovery or relaxing the body, and it has everything to do with emotions. That's what we'll be talking about on tonight's episode of Night Shift with Justin S. King: How to Transform Your Life One Night at a Time. Every day you experience moments that you do not fully process. A mean comment, a tense meeting, a feeling that you had to swallow instead of expressing, and you move on. But your nervous system doesn't always get the memo. That's where sleep comes in. Here's what science says about sleep and emotions. During sleep, especially REM sleep, your brain does what it's designed to do. It replays emotional experiences, but without the stress chemicals that were present when that experience first happened. Researchers have found that during REM sleep, stress hormones are turned way down. The brain can revisit emotions and experiences without triggering panic or fear. This is why people often say they'll just sleep it off, and you can wake up after a good night's sleep and think, that didn't feel as heavy as it did yesterday. This is your brain doing emotional cleanup. Simply put, your brain replays hard feelings while the alarm system is turned off and you are asleep. I feel like more and more the emotional trauma healing movement is growing, where those seek to heal trauma and invest time, money, and energy into emotional work and emotional release during the day without realizing that the largest processing window happens at night. Some of the most common ways people process emotions are talking it out, therapy, coaching, venting to a friend, journaling, thinking it through, analyzing, reforming, shifting mindsets, and doing affirmation work. Body-based practices like breath work, yoga, somatic exercise, shaking, tapping, and ecstatic dancing. Or spiritual approaches like prayer, meditation, energy work, and forgiveness. There's also creative releases like writing, art, music, and creative dance. And if you're doing none of those, you may be doing avoidance, scrolling, food, alcohol, caffeine, staying busy, staying at work late, or refusing to go to bed. And all of these can be helpful, except for the last ones maybe. But the problem is that people will do all of these things and then cut their sleep short, staying wired into the night or having that high of emotional release or the event that they went to, and they're fall asleep overstimulated, not allowing their body to do what it needs to do. That's like having a full day of emotional therapy and then skipping the part where the brain actually files, resolves, and makes that therapy stick. You can bring all the emotions to the surface during the day, but sleep is what lets those emotions settle and process and fully release. If you're new to unprocessed emotions, an unprocessed emotion is a feeling your body didn't get to fully finish, or like a sentence that is incomplete. Maybe you felt fear but had to stay strong, anger but you stuffed it down, or sadness but you kept moving through it. When emotions don't complete, they don't disappear, they get stored in your body. This idea shows up in many healing systems, from neuroscience to somatic therapy, and is explored deeply in books like The Body Keeps the Score and The Emotion Code. So what happens when emotions get stuck? When emotions stay unprocessed, they can show up as tight shoulders, heavy chest, clenched jaw, tired and wired nervous system, lingering emotions that are unexplained, trouble sleeping, or waking up anxious. When your body is feeling these things and doing these things, it's doing what it's designed to do. It's holding on to something that it didn't feel safe enough to release yet. That's why sleep, when it is done well, is one of the safest places for that release to happen. Why sleep? Because when you sleep, you are in the perfect environment for emotional processing to happen. It's gentle and without force. Your muscles are relaxed. Your breath is slow, your conscious guard has stood down, and your nervous system is in repair mode. You don't have to relive the trauma to release the emotion. Your body already knows how to do this. On upcoming episodes, we'll discuss other ways to process emotions and use sleep and techniques to process the emotions in the evening. But for tonight, it's just a simple shift I want you to try. And that is to acknowledge to yourself that your body and your mind already has the ability to process emotions. Tonight, I want you to invite emotional processing. As you're lying in bed with the lights off and your eyes closed, say this: tonight, I give my conscious and subconscious mind permission to bring to the surface, process, and release any emotions that are ready to be released while I sleep. That's it. Try that tonight. If your body is ready to release an emotion, it will work. And if not, there's no harm. And I will add one way that I know an emotion has been released is that I'll have a new insight. So in the morning, you may wake up with a new thought or a new awareness of doing things. Sleep can be a gentle process of emotional healing. Your body has been doing this work even before you were born. If you're looking for more ways to support and process emotions in conjunction with your sleep, you can head over to my website, justinsking.com. My name is Justin S. King, and I help entrepreneurs find peace tonight, tomorrow, and for the rest of their lives through sleep optimization, emotion regulation, and discovering their purpose. Good night.